President Cyril Ramaphosa will address the organization's 2021 local government elections thank you event. The purpose of the event is to thank members of staff, volunteers and communities in all forms for going out and exercising their democratic right by participating in the 2021 local government elections. For more on this, let's cross to our senior reporter, politics reporter Samkele Maseko. Thanks very much for joining us, Samkele. Tell us more.
Yes, indeed, Nampumelelo. The ANC will be holding its final elections rally where they will be thanking the voters who came out to vote for the party in these local government elections where the party didn't do so well. So in essence, the ANC president will be speaking about current contemporary issues facing the governing party and also issues relating to the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress. But I'm going to bring in the ANC's head of policy and also one of the members of the ANC's coalition's team that will be speaking to other political formations, Mr. Radebe. Mr. Radebe, just in essence, how far are your discussions when it comes to coalitions? Whom have you spoken to? What are the preliminary agreements that you have with those parties?
Well, as we said yesterday through the Deputy Secretary General in Pretoria, that we've been talking with several political parties in the past week, especially on Saturday, where, as you can see from the election results, that the ANC did not do as well as we had hoped to. So therefore it is necessary for the continuation of governance to have a collaboration with other political parties. Our approach to coalition is very simple. We have an open mind. We look at each and every case on its own. But what we take into consideration very intensely is the communities at large which we want to serve. So we are very encouraged by the discussion that we have held thus far that there is a willingness to engage with the African National Congress, because at the end of the day, our mission is very simple, is to get a better life for the people of South Africa. So long as the community will be satisfied, we will be able to enter into those coalition agreements.
But Mr. Radebe, as much as we are saying that you are speaking to everyone, who are those specific political parties that you have engaged with, especially on Saturday, and what were those discussions centralized around? If you can take us into conference with that part, because a blanket statement, quite honestly, isn't sufficient.
No, I will not be able to disclose at this moment in time, because this discussion, as you may well understand, at this time they are very confidential, even though they are not secret, but we have confidential discussions with this political organization. At an appropriate time, when we have agreements with them, we will be able to disclose that, because in terms of our policy approach, there's nothing that we're going to hide. If we enter into a coalition agreement with party A or party X and so on, we want to make it public, and we want it to be a written agreement so that you can be able to measure the performance of that coalition agreement.
You were sent as one of the heads of the ANC to go and negotiate with the IFP in KwaZulu-Natal to try and broker a deal between the IFP and the ANC. What made those discussions break down, and for the IFP to say they are not willing to work with you at all in that particular province, knowing very well that you hail from that province? You've worked with the likes of the late Begintuli, Sibusiso Ndebele, Zweli Mkhize, Begicele, to win that province over from the Inkatha Freedom Party to the ANC ranks.
Well, our approach is very simple. The ANC and the IFP have a long association, including with the President Emeritus Buthelezi, who in his young days was a member of the ANC Youth League. He had a very close association and relationship with our late Presidents Luthuli, Oliver Tambo, Mandela. Even after the democracy of 1994, the IFP was part of a government of national unity, with 3 cabinet ministers being part of the Mandela government as well as the Mbeki government. Even in KwaZulu-Natal, where the IFP was a majority party, but there was a government of provincial unity. So there is nothing unique about this relationship. I believe that we can be able to have an honest discussion with all political parties, including the IFP.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeff Radebe. That was Jeff Radebe, ANC member. He was also leading the coalition talks of the ANC. Not willing to budge and to divulge the names of the political parties they have been speaking to, but we do know that the Treasurer General of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, did meet with the EFF, the IFP. In KZN says the IFP nationally says they will not work with the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal specifically, but in all other provinces they will work with them. But there are other smaller parties that the governing party is speaking to, and also the DA is saying that it's not their job to save the governing party, the ANC, and they will not go into a coalition with the ANC at all in any municipality. But interestingly, after 2016, there was a municipality in the Western Cape where the ANC and the Democratic Alliance had a working relationship.